we romancing? Are we opening stuff from Ubiquiti? Yes, I know they had a data breach. Yes, I know no one trusts them anymore, but you know what? Their fucking hardware is solid. And I don't know if I'm happier or sadder that it was an internal leak. Did you know that? I read the sidebar of Twitter somewhere. That it was like the leak from UI was not like an external hacker getting in. It was someone inside doing it. Which probably is better, because if an external hacker could get in, that's bad. But if someone in there was a piece of shit, did a thing, and then they fucking found him, fired him, whatever they did, then you know they're going to tighten their security. So the future will just be, it'll be a bad place to work. I wouldn't want to work at Ubiquiti, but it means their security to the outside was good. It's a very Mr. Robot situation. So I bought several things from Ubiquiti. Several $100s worth of, actually no, it's over 1,000. There's some things that are going on. I have security in this house, and it's a very important rule. It's rule number one. Let me tell you rule number one about security. My father used to install security systems. And the first rule of security systems is you don't talk about your security systems. And I do a very good job on my live streams and my videos, and not to like review my security system. However, I will say that the cameras that are here that you can't see right now are not great. In fact, they were sent to me for free years ago. And they're low res, and you can't make anything out, and the recorder is just, it's like the SD card. It's real shit. So if you came breaking my stuff, it's shit. Now, Zeos has spent the monies to, actually, I spent the money because I sent a pair of headphones to Brooklyn, and UPS was like, delivered, and the guy was home, and he opened his door, and there was one box, and it wasn't the headphones that I sent him from it was the Denons. And they just vanished, and the delivery driver was like, I didn't put them down. So at least now it's an internal thing, and it's not like they were stolen off his porch. But I still had a slight panic attack, and realized, you know, I need better cameras for this. So I'm not gonna tell you where I'm putting them, but you could see how I'm gonna get this set up. Pasta, you're gonna have to link to ui.com. And these are not the cameras themselves. This is to accommodate, I want to put a camera in the garage. Either in the garage looking into the garage, which would be kind of cool to watch with like the time thing, or on the garage pointing at the house. I'll tell you at least this, if you're ever going to set up security systems, what you need is faces and overarching. You gotta have one camera that sees a whole area, just where everybody is. But if you don't have that camera that sees your fucking face, you got nothing. So make sure you get faces, and then where people go and what they do is just whatever. So we have got PoE injector. I shouldn't need one of these, because what these are, what do I actually call? These are the Air Max 60s. Pasta's just gonna link to UI, and then like 3P secret links, Pasta. Burn 3P secret links, please. Unless this is a video that's combined with another video, in which case you only have to do one. What these are was, again, Dan was like, yo, you gotta buy this if you wanna do what you wanna do. This is you ever watch Expanse? You watch The Expanse, right? Everyone watches The Expanse, it's a great show. This is tight beam communication. When they put out a wide beam, like, hey, help, I'm dying. Or if you wanna talk to that darkness figurine over there, just that one, I'll move it later, baby, it doesn't belong here. But if you want to talk to just that, and you don't want to let that red towel know that you're talking to this one, you need a tight beam communication. So it's like direct, so no one can pick up on it. This and this, because you have to buy both of them, they come separately. This is tight beam communication. This is going to take a networking cable in here, probably in their door, and you point to this thing, which is very hard. This is a very, very firm unit. It's even got a level. Polarity align. Oh, you have to align the polarity. Like, it's severe. But basically, what you do is you point this at this, and then they talk to each other. And it's basically like a wireless wire. So it's not Wi-Fi. You can't hook your phone up to what's coming out of this. This is a completely proprietary, weird fucking like laser beam array of RF transmission that gets picked up by this side and then goes, I got you, fam. And then, so I could literally have a wired computer in my garage, because this is where it's going. It's going from here to the garage, and I can't run if I could run a wire underground, that would have probably been cheaper, because this was like $200 something for the two of these. But I can't, so I shan't. but I'm gonna be able to tight beam, and then I'll have a full fucking wireable. I can then put a access point in the garage, and I can put a camera in the garage, and it won't use up any of my Wi-Fi bandwidth. So yeah, that's what these are for. And you see they come with, that's an interesting system. So you get a ball, oh, it's that one's ball. You get a ball thing here with a lot of spiky things. It's not a sex toy, please don't use it as one. Then you get this, that's also a spiky thing that goes over it. And it looks like it rotates, and it's got like a locking, and then you have to press this to unlock it. But you tighten that down, and then you've got, what is this? Oh, cable clamp, in case you need to cable clamp onto something, which I probably won't be cable clamping any of these. Look how nice these bags are. Cable clamps have never come in such nice bags. So yeah, this is a tight beam communicator, and I don't remember what the distance is. I think it's far. Let me see. 60 gigahertz. 60 gigahertz. A radio with 5 gigahertz radio backup. Low interference spectrum, up to 1 gigabyte per second with low latency. 2.4 gigahertz management radio, full channel bandwidth support. 3 volt equivalent. Does it say? Anyway, I forget what the distance is, but I'm pretty sure you can go far, like 300-400 feet. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure you can go like, if you have like 2 buildings at a complex and you need to wire internet to one, you would just tight beam from one to the other. So yeah, there's how you mount it. Actually, this mount is designed specifically to go around a pole like that. And you have to fucking align the polarity and then get it like, boop. 60G, 5G, power. Wait, there's a power. What does it say power? Oh, there's got to be lights underneath the surface. And they're obviously all run over PoE, which I'll need one of these in the garage, but I should be able to run it off of my Dream Machine in the basement as far as PoE. Now, these are the camera. Now that these are, I wasn't going to buy these, but I'm like, fuck, because you can't Wi-Fi the cameras. The cameras I bought, I got a 3-pack for fucking $1,400. Like, these are expensive fucking cameras, but they're 4K with 3x optical zoom, and they're outdoor rated and have their own built-in lamps and everything. It's a fucking, this is a monster setup. This is the, oh, Zeos is actually putting security in security. I'm actually putting security in my security. In fact, I got a New Year's Eve party, and I'm probably not gonna have time to get everything set up like properly outdoors, but I think I'm just gonna have a couple of these just hanging around, just watching the party. And my friend Dan, when he shows me on the app, the Ubiquiti app, which shows to his Dream Machine, if he's on his Wi-Fi, in fact, I think he's even able to scan like that when he's out and about. But you could literally just take your finger and go, whoop, and just, it's like time turns into like 2,000 frames per second. And you could just witness time happening. It's fucking crazy. Okay, so we've got one of these. Only one of these? It feels like an oversight or an undersight. One of those. These are heavy. Holy shit. These are no joke. All right, so you get 3 of those. Oh, that must be a tool to like remove or add the camera. You must need a specific tool. We got a bit of mounting hardware. The scalable video security. I hope this isn't like a code that like automatically makes everyone break into my shit. So, that, 3 of those, 1 of these. This thing weighs like 3 pounds. I don't even think the wall anchors they provide will be strong enough. Look at that. It's got a piece of plastic over the lens, which I'm going to leave. There's your infrared ring. Look at the size of that lens. This is a no fucking joke camera. Important information for IP67 waterproofing. Use the included cable gland to ensure it is firmly seated during installation. Refer to quick start guide. So this is the cable gland. Yeah, that hex thing this is silicone. So you pop it through that. So you got to take this off. So there's where you plug your, put this there. There's where you plug your Cat 5, which should be waterproofed, by the way. 48 volt, half an amp PoE. So they want you to use this thing. As you can see, it just goes over. And that becomes, yeah, there's your tool. It's literally a tool for tightening this down. In case you can't tighten it down hard enough, you just do that. And then you pop through. Is that actually sealed? Or do you pull this out? I think you're supposed to stab it through this. There's a hole. So you put it through a hole. If you're doing indoor, you would just pop this out and you go indoor. But otherwise, you would just puncture that little breakaway hole, and you run your raw cable, because you'd obviously terminate it at the camera. You'd run your thing through it, and then that's it. You're fucking watertight. They're watertighting this via this. Actually, wait. No, this. Oh, okay. So here, rubber. You got a nice rubber seal here that goes around this whole thing. They're really, because when my father did security cameras, coaxial cameras, he went into the box and the whole box was sealed. But this is sealed. They don't want you inside of this. This is all the mechanicals and every bit about it. This is a fucking beast of a camera. I like the front here too. It's got a little sunshade that's like rubberized. So it's like, my father would talk. I'd love to show this to my father, but he will never be here. He needs to get his hip surgery, and he doesn't want to go to the hospital to get it. And I'm just like, you have to go to the hospital to get it. So that just screws on like that. And you put on, well, let's do both, or just one. Will that turn that on? There you go. That tightens that down to the camera. So I guess if you wanted to really steal this, you would just be able to grab this and unscrew that. But you need this tool, which I'm sure costs $1. Or $400 and something if you want to get each one of the things. So yeah, then you mount this, which this unscrews here. Wow. Jesus, the metal this is made out of. Look at the fucking gear, the tooth gears and everything else. So there you got it's not very much rotational shit, come to think of it. Oh, there you go. So there's your rotation. So you can do it like that, and then rotate it like this. So it's got the same rotation as most other things. And then you got this fucking nasty looking grabber that prevents it from sliding around, being blown around by the wind. And that goes, so this is what gets mounted to the wall. There's wall mount. Then you got to get up there and you got to screw this fucking thing on by hand. Get your camera in line. And then I wonder if you bend this enough if you can't use that tool anymore. Oh yeah. It gets weird using the tool if you bend it a lot. Well, I guess since it's cut like that though, you'd have to work around it. Maybe. Yeah, you still get it even with a pretty severe bend. Anyway, so this is the future of Zeos security. Anything else I do to change security, I obviously won't tell you. Motion sensors, pressure sensors, thermal, door sensors, like none of that shit. Fuck you. The people watching who are like, I could break into Zeos ass, get so much. Fuck you. Do it. I will not call the police. I'll call the coroner. All right, good. Ubiquiti Hall. Possibly you can label it Ubiquiti Hall. Ubiquiti is spelled with an I, right? Ubiquiti? Yeah. I want to know the specs on this, so I have to go look it up. Because I bought them, my friends, I bought them. And his house is a good 120 feet from his garage, and it's just like, he has internet. Let's play with one of these.